Well, we're told green energy is free. It's not. And we're also told green energy is great for the environment, which, as the good people of Goulburn in New South Wales are finding out, is not true either. A small regional community just south of Goulburn, with its pristine surroundings, is set to be transformed into an industrial wasteland, all in the name of creating the government's clean energy future. Energy giant BP is proposing to build a huge solar farm consisting, get this, of more than 740,000 solar panels that will blanket hundreds of acres of prime grazing land. Joining me now is Save Gundary Plains Action Group Chair and Gundary farmer, Stan Moore. Stan, thanks for joining me. This solar farm is going to be enormous, almost 800,000 solar panels. I find it hard to even envisage. Just talk me through what they have planned.
Well, what they've planned, they've got a site of some 700 hectares, which is 1,650 acres or 7 square kilometres. And they're going to cover it with about 745,000 panels, a substation, and also a large battery system. And the issue is it's on a property next door to us. The property or the site is the amalgamation of 3 properties, so it's large enough to put that many panels on. And, we only learnt about this 2 years ago, and since then we've been dealing with BP or Lightsource, which is fully owned or 100% owned by BP, and it's going to destroy the landscape. Their site is amongst 106 family homes. This area of Goulburn is closely settled, and so you have some small blocks and some larger farming blocks, but most of them are in what I'd say is a lifestyle category, and 106 people around it, and that's it within only 4 kilometres of the boundary of the site.
All right, so Stan, for all the Green voters watching this program from their inner city cafes, they're probably wondering, what's the fuss about? Solar panels, this is wonderful. 7 kilometres of them, it's beautiful. Why are you so upset about it?
Well, it's supposedly to help the environment, but it's going to destroy the environment. They not only denude the existing country to level it, and it's undulating country, but they will skim the top of it. They remove existing trees, and on the Gundary Plains we have scattered eucalypts mainly, and they will all be removed. Many of those are the homes to wedge-tail eagles. We have them on our property. Also, there are echidnas, which we have on our property, but they say they found none, but that's not the case. They do exist. And also, it basically, for everybody who lives here, it's going to change the whole nature of our outlook, of our community, because it's going to be turned into an industrial estate.
There's other problems as well as the environmental impact, which obviously is huge, as you've outlined, but what about things like fire risk? And my understanding is the substation, which causes all the solar panels to move, it moves them something like every 15 minutes. So fire risk, you're also going to have noise issues, are you not?
Oh, look, there's noise, there's operational noise every 15 minutes during the day when the sun's shining. The single axis panels will move, and there's a machine on each group of panels which tilts them towards the sun. So that's one area of noise. The other area of noise for those who are close to the battery, batteries and inverters require air conditioning. They will run during the time that it's producing electricity. And we just, we're at wit's end, many of the people here, but not just the noise, the visual impact, but it's really destroying our community's way of life. and that's resulting in some significant mental issues. You mentioned fire, and fire was an area that the Gundary Plains back in 1985 a fire burnt across our plains and ended up being stopped at the ocean. It goes through national parks and all of that sort of thing, but before it gets there, there are some 42 residents on the eastern side of this development who have a one-way, no-through road access. And so if a fire came across, they will effectively be trapped in the bush.
Stan, I need to go, but just before I do, obviously you've had talks with the company who are proposing this. What's their reception been like to your concerns, just quickly?
They pretend to listen, they don't. They deceive, they deny, and of course they lie.
And to us inner city folk who think, well, this is great, you know, you're obviously in the regions where you're going to have these things put. What's your message for city dwellers who think this clean energy future is just all wonderful?
I'd ask them to come to our place and have a look to see what the effect will be. And it's not just this one, there is another one of a similar size proposed only 2 kilometres away.
Well, Stan Moore, I appreciate you coming on and telling us about it. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.